Hey everybody, welcome back to Champion Sons of the NCAA basketball series following Coach Champion's career. Now in this one we are in basically the Puerto Rico Open here, starring Central Michigan, and in our first game we are going to be taking on Hartford. I guess they're out of Connecticut. So this one, in college basketball is kind of different than any other sport, right? It's not something where, so say football, if you were to put up even Central Michigan against someone like Hartford, you'd probably have a little bit of an easier time. However, college basketball, it's not like that. Now, before we get to this game, we saw the first game of the season in the last episode. So we are going to simulate on up to get to this point. And the first game we're going to simulate is going to be against Richmond. And looking at this one, it is not going too well. Our field goal percentage and shooting is just horrible, and especially in this game. I don't know if you look, 17 of 58, 8 of 20 from the three-point line. That just really is not good, and that's definitely not going to get the job done in any way, shape, or form. And so now the next one we're going to get simulating here is going to be, crap, I forgot who this one is, but the Griffins, it looks like. SLU. Yeah, not sure which school that is, but hey, once again, it doesn't matter. You got to take them seriously. Now, in this game, our shooting percentage is definitely better in this one. All right, I think we all can agree looking at that. Sitting at around a little over 50% in this game, and that really led us to an 85-74 victory. So we're just looking to work our way on up to get to this tournament game. And so right now we're going to be simulating the last game of this episode against the Stags. So Central Michigan versus the Stags. I would like to think this would be an easier kind of game for us, but going off, looking at a normal speed, not really, but it all revolves around our shooting. And that's what's so bad is we go on so many cold streaks at times, and that becomes a big problem for us, because it seems like we will get hot every now and then, and this one we did in the second half, tried to come back, but still lost by 9 points. So we are going to have to look to turn that portion around, right? So we'll do that as we get through this series and through our time here at Central Michigan. See what we can do to kind of turn that around, get some players brought in, and get some things going. So here we are, though. We're going to tip off in Puerto Rico now against Hartford here. Starting out, we have changed the timing of the half. So it was at about 10 minutes in the first game. However, now we are sitting at 20 minutes, and that is not really the way you want to start out with it. It's a basic foul penalty on the double team, not the best way to do it. So we're going to try to regroup here, and we're only 9 seconds into the game as Hartford is moving it around the outside. They finally pass it back inside, and we disrupt the shot enough to get them to miss. So we get it over to our point guard, and we start working it back down the court here. We're going to try to take our time. We are a team that prefers to take our time. We play in the half court versus the full. So I think if we can stick to our play style, we should be pretty successful. But that's just the things we're going to have to stick to that as we pass it to the outside. A free three-pointer, and that one's not going to drop for us. And it looks like our shooting may be taking a little bit of a dive today as well. And that's been kind of our pattern. We pulled out one win out of the 2 games that we did simulate here. So we are evened up on the season right now at 2-2. Which, for Central Michigan, it is what it is. But we're trying to get this thing turned around. And really, that's the only way we're going to get different coaching offers, is if we can get that turned around. But we're going to have to start getting rebounds. We finally get the block, and we get it back out to our guard to bring down the court. Our shooting guard has it at the top. He's going to start moving it around. I don't like how we have our centers and our power forwards working at the top of the key. That's not what I really want to see. Those are the big guys. We need to keep them down low. Now calling for the screen. We go in for the layup, and it's going to be up. And we will draw the foul here to start this one out. His first shot of the day, he is going to be fouled on. The point guard went up for it and just couldn't get that shot to fall, but he will get 2 free throws. He's a 6'1" senior majoring in biology. Pretty tough major, actually. His first shot is going to be just off. Not well timed, and he does miss on that one. So here comes our second free throw, and that one's going to be off as well. He misses 2 of them. That is not good. We've got to convert those free buckets, and missing out on that's just free points we're letting slip away from us. Hartford's got it back down on their side of the court. Looks like they're trying to set up a play as they go for a drive, and we kind of stop them out and keep it at the top. They drive into the lane, and we're just going to slide off. Poor defense let them go around, and they take the early lead. Now a little bit later here in the first half, around 12 and a half minutes remaining, Hartford does lead 14-7. Looks like they started out making shots and just have not really finished, have not stopped, but we kind of got back into it after a little bit, but that shot got blocked. We've got to get into the paint, got to get into the basket, and we cannot allow our bigs to get beat like that and have shots blocked out. Now as they do come back down, we try to go for a steal, and that's going to result in a foul. And here we are taking a quick look at a replay of that 1 3-pointer made from the game that took us from 4 points to 7. As we were trailing by 10, now we're trailing by 7. So, pretty powerful 3-pointer for us right there. Now Hartford inbounds it, and they have the ball around the outside there. As they keep it up, and they're driving in, and they keep going in, pass it off to a big man, and that one's going to be stuffed right back at him, but Hartford gathers it up. As we were keeping the pressure on the ball handler, and he hands it up, passes it off to the center, goes up, he gets his own rebound, and he fires up and misses again, and we finally snag it and bring it down. And here we come back down the court, just under 12 minutes remaining in the first half, looking to try to get something going. We need to go on a little bit of a run here, even if it's only like 5 points. Not even enough to take the lead, but we need to get on the run. As we finally pass it out to our point guard, who's got it, gets it out a little bit further. And they pass it around the outside, trying to find the open lanes, just unable to. As we drive in on that one, and he's going to make it. Our shooting guard drove in and put up a kind of a wild shot, but it does luckily fall for us as the score is now Central Michigan 9, Hartford 14. And here comes Hartford back down with the ball, keeping it around, pass it down low, and he's going to make the shot easy. Looks like basket for basket is not how we're going to really get back in this game. So here we come right back after that one. Still trailing by 7, 9-16 now. We got it to the outside. And here we come bringing it around the top of the key here, calling for a screen, and he gets it. And he passes it to the center, and he's going to go up, and that one misses, and we cannot gather in the rebound. And I cannot believe that. Too many opportunities missed, and we're failing to get the rebounds. We've got to change that. So Hartford with possession of the ball now, trying to make something happen as they keep the ball moving pretty decently, setting up some plays here, keeping around the top, fire a 3. That one's off a rim, and that one's going to miss, so here we come right back at them. We need to slow it down. We are playing a little too quickly right now as we get it to the outside. Pass it down low, and he's going to lay that one up and in, and now we're trailing by 5, 11-16. So here we are a little later in the first half. We have cut it down to a 2-point deficit, trailing 26-28. 3.5 minutes to go here. We have played pretty good defense to keep Hartford from getting a lot of easy baskets here, and that's what we're going to have to keep up doing. And Hartford is passing it around, looking to drive the lane. As they go down and in, and both defenders just open up like the Red Sea and let that one drop. The score is 30-26 now after that easy lay-in by Hartford. But here we come back to our side of the court, keeping the ball moving. That's going to be our biggest key. Down low, and he passes it back out. He's got a free shot, and he's going to miss that one, and we fail to gather in the rebound. I can tell you right now, one of the biggest differences that we're facing and why we are still trailing is because we're not able to get rebounds on the offensive side. And Hartford's going to drain that one and extend their lead out from 4-6 as it's 32-26 now, just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Needing to get something happening. And I'm not sure exactly what it is we really need to do. Our big guys aren't playing very big. We get it down low, pass it out, wide open 3, and we're going to miss that one. You've got to be kidding me. Coach yelling out orders, let's try and get everyone involved here, which I can't really disagree with, but at the same time, if you have an open shot, we have to take it. Now, Hartford will miss theirs, and we have got to come back down, and even Coach knows we got to stop this run. trying to push his guys. His errant pass goes, and we gather it up, and we finally get a basket to fall for. Oh, man, it shows we're shooting at 50%, although we only have 28 points on this first half, which is kind of shocking at 50% field goal percentage. I'm not really sure where they're getting that math from. We have missed quite a bit. And they're going to drive in, and that's going to result in a foul by our power forward. His first personal foul of the game here. And just got in his way. You cannot do that. You cannot. Whenever they're driving the lane, you either got to take the charge or not, but you got to keep your feet set. He definitely did not have his feet set as Hartford makes that first free throw. They now lead by 5, 33-28. There is still under 2 minutes to go in the first half. The second free throw is up, and that one will fall down. So now here we come, and Hartford's playing a full court. He pass it up and almost turned that one over. They had pretty good defense going there. And now we get it out to the outside, and we're dribbling around the top of the key, trying to just get some space happening. Take the clock down. Let's get the ball passing around. Let's get some movement happening. Try to find these open lanes. Just not able as we drive in, and we're going to lay that one in. Our point guard came in off the bench, and he drove in without fear and laid up a good little shot. And that makes it 38-34 here. Just about 1 minute remaining in the first half. Now Hartford tries to drive, but they pull out and pass it back out to the top. And they have it right now looking for someone. Their guys are on the move. They get it down into the lane, and he's going to go up and miss that one. We rebound it and gather it in. And here we come back the other way to our side of the court. Under 1 minute remaining now. If we play it right, we can get 2 shots off in this 1 minute. But we've got to be smart with the ball. We have it working around the outside, trying to find the open lane, trying to work the ball in down low. We have it. He's going to go up with the turnaround shot, and he whiffs. We do rebound and throw up a wild little layup shot underneath. And that one is going to miss, and now the shot clock is turned off. 30 seconds remaining. Hartford drives the lane, and they go in for the layup, and that one will fall for them. So the lead is 36-30. But it looks like we have about 20 seconds left, and we are just going to have to take this clock down. That is the smartest thing we can do here. As the point guard has it at the top, gets it out to the wing. Still back out up top now, trying to find who he wants to go to. 3 seconds remaining. 2, fires it up, and that's off the rim. And that's going to be no good, as that will take us into the half. The coach is wanting us looking back. That's the downside is we have a lot of stagnant players. No one's really moving. It's becoming kind of an issue. And our defense is not playing tough. We're not guarding the lane. We're not getting in guys' way, disrupting the shots. And Hartford is getting way too many easy baskets. If we would play just a little bit better defense this game, I think it would be completely turned around. Both teams shooting at 46%. Hartford's also out rebounding us by 5, 16-2. So that's going to be kind of an issue we need to work on. Maybe take a look at the process of recruiting. So we're going to play for each other sooner. So now we're going to jump into it here at the second half. About 16 and a half minutes, trailing by 10 once again. Hartford has outscored us 7-3 in this one, but we get that down low, and we're going to lay that one up, and now we only trail by 8, 35-43. 16 and a half minutes remaining here in the second half. Coach wanting us to continue to go inside, and I think that's got to be the best plan that we have, is take the easier points. Our shooting is kind of off. And so we've got to take the easy one as Hartford goes in and just jukes out our main guy, who goes up and swings at him at the air and blocks nothing. And they get an easy shot. Now our coach is telling us the obvious. We cannot trade baskets right now. We've got to go on a run of our own. We try to call it a screen, but he doesn't really set it. We finally get the pass down low, and he's going to miss the easy shot. You've got to be kidding me. Man, we are not taking advantage of our opportunities as Hartford drives, and we go up for a block completely out of position. We switched over to try to get some around, and we ended up moving ourselves out of position, and they get an easy shot. Now lead by 12 here in 15 and a half minutes remaining in the second half. The score is 35-47. As they knock that one away and almost get a turnover, we pass it around on the outside. Still maintaining possession. The shot clock is at about 28 seconds, so we have time. We drive in, and we're going to draw the foul on that shot. Looks like Hartford's going to be in some foul trouble now. They have some guys, some of their main premier guys are starting to get a little bit of foul issues. Our shooting guard is going to be taking the free throws. He's a senior majoring in psychology, so hopefully he's got some mind tricks to ignore this crowd and make these free throws just like that first one does fall. And the second one will drop as well, so their lead is now 10 points. And here we are a little bit later in the game at 7 and about just under 8 minutes to go in the second half. We're trailing by 8, still 48-56. As we get that pass to the outside, and he fires up the three, and it's good! As that one cuts in to the lead to just 5 now, as we're finally starting to make some shots. We haven't been making them all night, especially from deep. That's about the second free pointer we've made all game. We've taken like 8. Hartford fires up a 3 of their own, and we're going to actually gather in a rebound on that one. So their lead is only now 5, and I think we can make a little water here if we start kind of putting some pressure on them. And now we get it to our guard out in the wing, down low, passes it back out, trying to find the open man to get that open shot. As we keep the ball moving around, but our players aren't moving around, and that's what's kind of bothersome. We pass it in down low, and that's going to be the easy lay, and we now trail by 3 points on the 56-53 in this one. Just under 7 minutes remaining. Hartford comes back down with it. They try to set a screen of their own, except they're unable to as they try to drive the lane. No, nothing there. Pull-up shot from far away, and he misses that one off the rim as we do rebound it, and here it comes back our way now. 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. We have possession of the ball at the top of the key, working it around, getting it outside to the wing to our small forward. He passes it down low to our center, who makes a fake shot, goes up, and he gets that one to fall. That was a good one. He got it to fall, and now we trail only by 55-56 here in Puerto Rico. Hartford drives the lane. We kind of get in their way and interrupt that one. They pass it back out to the top. They're still working the ball around. We have got to get better about stopping them on that. And now they're going to push off our guy. That's going to be a foul on the offense and a turnover, as we will get possession now with an opportunity to take the lead at this point. 55-56, 6 minutes to go. And now a little bit later in this game, you can see we did go on a little bit on a run as we now lead 59-56 here. 3 minutes remaining, and yet Hartford is not going away as they just made that little mid-range jumper there. Trailing by 59-58 now, as we do finally have the lead. And we have it with the top of the key, under 3 minutes. This is our kind of game. If we can work this clock and get easy, good shots and have them actually fall, then we can come out of here with a first-round victory. And now we're still working the ball around, but if you notice, we've got to get players moving. None of them are really working their way down low as they knock that one away. Pass it back down low. It goes up and off the side of the backboard. What a horrible shot, as that one is missed. So Hartford now with a chance to take the lead. They throw the alley-oop up, and it completely misses. And that is going to give us the ball back. So we have picked up on our three-point shooting, which has really helped us cut into this game and take the lead back from Hartford. So pretty good job there by our guys, but we have to keep it up. You know, this is one of those times where we cannot hit a cold streak. Just right now. As we inbound the ball, Hartford keeping some pressure on us, pass it forward. Just find the open guy and get the ball out to him, and we are starting to work it around. Our guys kind of maintaining steady there and not really moving as we continue to pass the ball. Just looking for those lanes. You know you got to get your man down low and get your pass set up, and you'll actually get a pretty decent shot capability just like that down low to our power forward, and he turns around and drops that one in. Oh my goodness, what a shot that was. The little one-handers, that gives us our lead by 3 points now, 61-58. Here with under 2 minutes remaining. Hartford with possession of the ball. They're going to drive in. We challenge them at the last second, but it's too late as that layup goes in. Just a little too easy. Score 61-60, Central Michigan. We do lead this game. A minute and a half remaining. We've trailed basically all the way to the last 4 minutes. And now we have a lead, and we just have to maintain it. Play with the lead, play smart, play efficient. as we're working the ball around, trying to see if we can't find an open shot to get some separation going and work this clock. With 12 seconds remaining, pass down low, and he goes up with it, and that's going to be good. Our small forward, he took advantage, and he got the ball and laid that one in. So now it's 63-60, 1 minute remaining here in our first game here in Puerto Rico as they pass it down low. That one goes up and misses, but they get the offensive rebound, and they score. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Under 1 minute, Hartford now trailing by 1. Their offensive rebounding has been killing us all game. So 63-62, 45 seconds, trying to work this clock. We figure if we can at least get the last shot off, that'll give us the best opportunity. We get it to our forward, and he's going to be fouled. The shooting guard, he's got the 4th foul, personal foul for Hartford, and he's in trouble. He's got to be careful if he's going to continue to be in this game, even though there's only 39 seconds left. So our center here, he's only got 4 points on the game. He's already missed a couple of free shots. He finally drains that one. Flips to give us a 2-point lead here with 39.4 seconds remaining, but he does have another shot. And that one's going to go up, bounce off the rim, and it's no good. 64-62 as they try to throw that one down, and they completely whiff on it. And that's going to be a turnover. As we can have possession of the ball, we just have to work this clock steady, be smart with it, and just keep the ball moving until we get the final shot with like 1 second left. I don't care who takes it, but that's where we need to wait on it. And Hartford is going to foul us. They're going to go the foul round as they get our shooting small forward. As he's got 14 points on 5 of 7 shooting for the day. First free throw is going to be up, and that one is good. 23 seconds remaining. One more may be able to help us put this thing out of reach. 65-62 is our lead. Next shot is up, and it is going to be good as well. And Hartford will call a timeout on this one and try to regroup and figure out a game plan. They've been working it down low, and that has been successful. Really on either side. Now, the second half, we've kind of come around down low. The second half and making some shots, but really nothing's been like an easy shot. It's all been kind of difficult. So now 23.3 seconds remaining. We have to be smart about this. Don't give up the big shots. And let's kind of do what we can to walk out of here with a victory in round 1. Pass it down low. He makes a little move, and he goes up with it, and they get the offensive rebound again. And another one. 2 rebounds in a single moment. And they finally get that one to drop with 5.6 seconds left as we inbound it, and they will foul us. This is now a 2-point ball game. They got 2 offensive rebounds right there. That is just abysmal defense, and now we have a run. So we will make that first shot to give us a 3-point lead, 67-64. 4.6 seconds remaining. One more shot to put this thing out of reach. It's up, and it's going to bounce off the rim. Hartford does rebound, and they call a timeout quickly with 3.9 seconds remaining. Oh, my Lord. We do have a 3-point lead, which I guess, in a way says, hey, you can't beat us on one single shot outside of a foul on a 3-pointer. 3.9 seconds. Just do not give them the open shot. Our defense. He left the guy open. It's up, and it's in. They've tied the game with 0.2 seconds left. You've got to be kidding me. Hartford ties it up with 0.2 seconds remaining on the clock. And one thing you could not do is leave a guy open. And that's exactly what our defense did. Left him open. Now we're going to have to take this thing into overtime. Score is tied at 67 apiece. Both teams have come back, and we've got to do well. Now here we are in the overtime period, trailing by 5. We've gone on a little cold streak. Hartford has picked up. And we're trying to work the ball around just to get a shot, get something positive going. Pass it down low. He goes up with it, and that one's going to drop. Finally, 69-72 is the score here in overtime. Got to stop Hartford. We've got to keep them from scoring. They pass it in at the free throw line. Working it back, turnaround shot, and that one's going to circle the rim a couple times and drop in as Hartford extends their lead back to 5 points now. So 3.5 minutes remaining. Here we come back to our side. Central Michigan with possession. trailing by 5. Pass it to the outside. That's up, and that bounces off a rim, and that's no good. Our shooting is starting to falter. Wide open shots like that, we've got to convert. We cannot continue to miss these shots. Hartford with possession down low. They go up with it. We finally get a rebound, and we start working it back down the court. Our shooting guard's got it. He drives in. He goes up, and that one's going to be missed, but he does get the foul, and their shooting guard will have to leave the game. He is fouled out now, as we will be approached here with 2 free throws. I'm coming off that shot. And the first one is going to be up and good. So 70 to 74 is where this game stands right now. Trying to make it a 3-point ball game with this free throw. Second one is up, and that is good. So Central Michigan, we do trail 71-74. Just under 3 minutes remaining in overtime here. Hartford with possession of it, being very careful with their possessions and getting off, I would say, better shots than they would playing. And they're definitely shooting at a higher efficiency than we are. As they pass the ball out to the wing and bring it back up to the top of the key, taking that time down. We get it back out to the wing and now down low in the post and up with it, and that one's going to drop. They're just not missing. That wasn't the worst defense in the world, but they're just not missing right now. Trailing by 5, 71-76. We need a big shot here in the defensive stop. It looks like we call in a screen, pass it down low. We get the easy layup, and that one will fall for us. So the game is back to being a 3-point ball game here at the 2-minute mark as Hartford works the ball back down. Now looking at it, here we are with our point guard, Garden, trying to stick close to him, and he is actually going to foul him on that one. You've got to be kidding me. Went in for the strip, but got the foul, so that will allow him to come down there. Resets the shot clock here back to 35 seconds. Now Hartford with possession of it, continuing to work the ball around. Sticking to the outside and working it in. Go for the layup, and that one misses, but they get the offensive rebound. There's another offensive rebound. You've got to be kidding me, people. And they put that shot up as we trail by 5 points again. So we get it down low, back to the outside, an open 3. And that one's going to be good. He made it. Trailing by 2 now. Minute 20 seconds remaining. Central Michigan 76, Hartford 78. New life for the Chippewas here as we continue to fight in Puerto Rico. As Hartford with possession as they try to drive the lane, we interrupt them on that one. Good defense by Central Michigan. And this time he gets around us and he goes in for the layup, and that's going to drop 80 to 76. So here we come back. Be smart with it. As we have possession with it down low, back to the outside. Trying to get the open shot over to our small forward. And he gets a screen set up, and he passes, and that's deflected. No, you've got to be kidding me. Hartford with possession. We have to get this ball back. And downside is I can't figure out which button it is to foul him, and so we knock it loose out of his hands, and they regain possession. Back down low, and they get around us, and that one's going to be in. That's going to finish it 82 to 76. Poor defense and piss-poor rebounding is what resulted in this match. This was an eye-opener, ladies and gentlemen. Showed us truly where our faults lie. You know, cold streaks, obviously. Every team does have cold times, so that's a big issue. But one of the bigger things is we've got to fix our rebounding. We cannot continue to play that poorly. And so we will lose our first game here in the tournament. But it's early in the season. So with that little reminder right there, if you have not hit the subscribe button, I would definitely say go ahead and hit that button. If you did like today's video, give us a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. And I just got to say thank y'all so much for the support y'all have shown us here in the recent months. And this series just starting out. The number of views for that last episode is crazy. So thank y'all very much for that. I appreciate it. I just can't thank y'all enough for what y'all do for us here at Champ & Sons. So on that note, I will see y'all in the next episode as our journey continues. And as always, everybody, stay safe. And, well, y'all know how it goes by now, right? Later, y'all.